Have you ever tried eating clean, losing weight, and you feel like always is keeping you something from achieving your goals, from getting into that dream shape, from sticking to your clean nutrition plan? Something is keeping you and you feel it inside. And it might be the part of you that is self-sabotaging. I personally believe that weight loss and transforming into your dream shape comes not only from following certain nutrition plan or certain fitness plan, but it comes from something deeper, from internal work with yourself, from understanding yourself and your body, and overcoming that self-sabotage and learning how to trust yourself and work with yourself. Even in fitness, it's not simply following the nutrition plan, following a fitness plan and working like a machine. I know that so many women, they struggle with problems like unhealthy relationship with food. You might not even realize that, but I used to experience that in the past. It might look like constantly thinking about food or constantly thinking what I'm going to eat next, how it's going to influence my body, is it going to make me fat. I feel like it's a process of overthinking things in your head constantly, making out for the things that you ate, pushing yourself harder the day after during your workout, and punishing your body for eating certain type of foods. This is exactly called unhealthy relationship with food, and it doesn't lead to anything good because you will keep self-sabotaging. You won't find the peace with yourself and your body. That's why you need to do certain internal work, not only follow some structure. If you're not going to do that and you will follow a certain nutrition plan, you will fail eventually because you will sabotage yourself, or you won't stick to it, you won't stay consistent. And I always say that it's so much deeper than just fitness coaching. It's something that you do internally with yourself and you talk things through. So let's get into the topic, how to actually heal that and do that internal work. A bit different type of video today, but I also believe this is one of the most important parts, and this is what I exactly do in working with my clients and the blueprint that we follow to figure out what is inside of you that is keeping you from achieving that best dream shape and possible. Stick to that plan and be so healthy and so understanding of yourself, of your body. So let's get into that. I took these steps of self-sabotage from the book called The Mountain Is You. So everything based on actual research. Not that I invented that, but I actually took that idea from that book and implemented that into fitness. So first type, a first form of self-sabotage, it might be resistance. Your body or your unconscious mind, it will resist bringing even or starting the project or even starting that weight loss or fat loss journey for any reason. When you feel like I literally cannot push myself to go to the gym, to do any project, to start that workout, to start that nutrition plan, it feels impossible and I feel inner resistance in my body. You might feel super uninspired or unmotivated, even though you feel like I really need to lose that weight, I really need to start that New Year resolution, but nothing actually works and I cannot do that. I feel super unmotivated. I don't know why. There is certain inner beliefs or inner fears that are keeping you from achieving that goal. If you force yourself to do that, if you force yourself to go to the gym, to follow that nutrition plan, it will even intensify the feeling. You'll feel even more unmotivated or more uninspired. Think, what is wrong with me? Because when you push yourself even more, it's gonna trigger that internal conflict even more. And instead of understanding what is going on there, you will push and force yourself, which is going to stir things up. Journaling for every single problem that I'm gonna talk about is essential. If you feel like I struggle with this exact thing, you should journal. You should just sit and write things down to understand yourself. You won't fight yourself this time, but you'll try to understand which fears are keeping me stuck and keeping me at the same place. You know how many things you can actually achieve? Journal and prompt for this exact thing. You feel like I'm super unmotivated, I have resistance, and I cannot start going to that gym, I cannot start eating healthy, feel so uninspired, but I feel like I really want to do that. Journal prompt. Which fears and beliefs are stopping me from achieving my goals and why? And write and answer this one question. You don't need anything else. Write whatever you want. No one is judging. Please don't answer this like verbally. You should sit and write down. Then a lot of things will come out to that paper and you'll finally understand what is actually holding you back. Second type of self-sabotage you may experience is hitting your upper wall or upper limit. We all will experience that in our lives at a certain point. So basically you hit the wall in your growth. You're growing, and here's certain threshold that you cannot overcome and certain wall that is keeping you stuck, and then you bounce back, you try to go through it, then again you bounce back, and you cannot grow more. In fitness or in working on your body, it shows like you're about to lose that extra kilogram, almost there. Also your scale showing that, oh my god, I'm losing that weight, and then you start binge eating. And then you find all the excuses in the world not to go to the gym, not to keep eating healthy. You actually do this unconsciously, and every single time you're almost there, you self-sabotage. It's called hitting your upper wall. Yeah, this is actually very dangerous because you might actually self-sabotage like this to the rest of your life and never achieve what you want. Essentially, the amount of good things you're comfortable with holding. So your internal self or your body might not be able to hold more good because you don't believe that you actually deserve that. It feels really uncomfortable to get into that dream shape because you got used to sitting at the same place and being the same person. Here's also a journal prompt. How I sabotage my progress when I come closer to the result or growth, and why. Journal this and reflect on it, and how to resolve this problem. Slowly getting more comfortable with keeping the amount of good things, implementing this new normal threshold to your life. This is gonna be your norm to look fit and to be healthy and to follow that nutrition plan. It's going to be a norm. It's not going to be something crazy uncomfortable. So slowly increase that amount and this wall. Third type of self-sabotage, it's probably uprooting. It was me. Constantly needing a fresh start. You constantly need to start from the new page, start from Monday, start from the new year, start from the new month, and you constantly keep repeating this pattern. You decided already that I'm gonna follow this plan, and then you'll be like, oh, I need to have a fresh start, and you're so motivated, you're so excited, and in a few weeks you're not motivated anymore, you're not excited anymore, and you need a fresh start because you don't have enough excitement and emotions to keep doing the thing. When you're constantly changing the exercises, starting new plans, starting new diet, not able to stick to one plan consistently, changing your gyms, not being able to stick to anything basically. The journal prompt is, what would it look like to choose only one plan to follow one nutrition plan and fitness plan? How would it look like for you? Not changing anything, but sticking to the same plan. How would it look like to stay at the same gym? Reflect on it, and sometimes you actually need to push yourself or to persuade yourself because certain fears might keep you from actually staying at the same place. Ask yourself, why do I keep doing that? Why do I keep switching the plans? Why do I keep... Because maybe you're impatient, because I don't know, you have certain fears. Ask why you keep doing that every single time. In this case, you might actually sometimes need to push yourself to stick to one plan and tell yourself that until I stick to this plan for like 6 months at least, I won't change that. And you keep doing the same thing. And you can write some reminders for yourself on your phone or in your notes that I'm sticking to this plan. Because I know this type of people. I was like this. You keep forgetting things so quickly. So you'd be like, one day I'm following this plan, the next day I'm following this plan, I'm doing just random things. That's why you don't see any results. That's exactly why. So you need to challenge yourself a little bit here. And the last thing is perfectionism. I know, girlies, so many people think perfectionism is so good for you because you're trying to be so perfect, you're so hardworking. It's quite the opposite, because you are just afraid of failing. This is the thing that is going to keep you stuck for the rest of your life if you won't do this internal work. If you're afraid of failing, how are you going to learn? How are you going to grow? How are you going to improve? Perfectionism is holding us back from showing up and trying because you're literally afraid, what will people think? How am I going to look like? If I'm going to do something wrong with that machine at the gym, if I'm going to fail at this plan and I won't be able to stick to that nutrition. You start thinking beforehand something even happened, and you stress yourself out a lot with all these things, overthinking. It's actually a thing that is keeping you so stuck. Being afraid of failure. Failure is the way to learn. You know how many times I failed with my plans? I was even working out the whole year, not even knowing what I was doing, was trying to grow my glutes, but I couldn't do that because I didn't follow the right nutrition and workout plan. And I didn't do the right things to actually grow my glutes. I was like, why nothing changes? I really wasted a year doing the same thing, and I was like, oh my God, I failed here, but I'm gonna keep going. An important lesson for me, and for me then coaching my future clients, that they won't repeat the same mistake. So the journaling prompt for you here is, what do you think is going to happen if I won't do it perfectly? Maybe you have been punished as a child for not doing that right, for not doing that perfectly or good enough, or you want to prove something to someone. It might be there lying deep and you don't understand that. The first step to change is awareness. You need to be aware, why is that happening? And the moment you start being aware, a lot of things are going to change. Stop being afraid to fail. Keep showing up and just trying. Just trying. It doesn't matter how you do it. Whatever you do, just keep showing up to that gym, to that workout plan, and stop trying to follow it perfectly. If you failed, come back on track. If you failed again, come back on track. The biggest problem with perfection is that when you fail, you never want to try again. That's the point. You fail and then you come back. This is how you reach that level of success. If you really want to work out, if you really want to change the body, all that matters is what you do, that you show up every single time, even if it's not perfect. I hope this helped. Of course, there's might be so many different patterns. That's why I also prefer working one-on-one and discussing that personally. I'm really excited to help women who really want to change, who are serious about starting their fitness journey, changing their bodies. Finally, it's 2026 and it's actually time to change, to overcome these limiting beliefs, to build that dream body, to build that lean physique. No matter how old are you, it's time to do that. And I truly appreciate for watching this video. If you really need personalized guidance, I'm here to help. Link is going to be in the description, and I'm taking people who really want to take it seriously, because think about what's gonna be in the next 6 months if you don't start. If you don't even start doing anything, you'll stay at the same place. Imagine yourself in the 6 months having the same body, being at the same place, unless you really take a step and you try to change something. You try to invest in coaching, you try to get into a dream shape, you try to work on yourself, and this is the most important thing, that you actually try and show up. Thanks so much for your attention. I truly appreciate all that you watched that until the end. Thank you so much. Have a great day and good luck with your fitness journey.